We are really good people. We are wired for connection. We have good intentions. And yet, so often, we don't treat ourselves very well. Let me give you an example. How many of us have been guilty to react in our close, intimate relationships? So perhaps sometimes it's just a comment from our partner. The partner says, "Did you leave the laundry in the washing machine again?" And in that moment, we tense up. And most of us have habits of either lashing out or we tend to clam up. And neither of those ways are efficient, right, at staying connected with ourselves and with the other person. Then what starts happening is, imagine over time, we slowly become aware that we're behaving this way. And then we have this aha moment, right? That we start realizing, okay, we're getting smarter. We know that we have a tendency to behave this way and we want to change this behavior. Now, the next thing that happens is we spend the majority of our focus on the behavior now. So we start telling ourselves, make sure that you don't do this again. What that time led you to more conflict and more arguments, and you don't want to do that again. And then we put pressure on the behavior itself. Now, the issue with that is that it leaves us with the impression, or it sends a message to the nervous system, that we're not okay the way we are and that this behavior is not acceptable. And that creates so much anxiety that we can't even look at the behavior itself. Now, imagine that the best way to actually deal with this behavior is to learn first how to pause. So saying to oneself, the next time I'm about to react, I'm going to ask my partner for a pause, and I will take a step back. I will take a moment to reflect. So this is life-giving. I can't tell you how powerful this is. Now, the next step, once you're able to do that, is you go and sit by yourself. And I really recommend that you try this on. It's amazing what it can do to change our behaviors. So you sit down somewhere by yourself and you grab a journal. And the invitation is you start making a list of all the challenges that you've had in your life, things that are struggles that you've had, and how you were resilient through, and you made it through those challenges. So think of your first relationship and you had a big breakup and you thought it was in the end of the world. Did you stop there? Obviously not, because you're in a relationship now. Think of challenging situation you've had with your children. Perhaps you had to face a school teacher about a difficult issue. So we have so many of those moments. These are real felt moments where we navigated challenges and we got through them. Now, as you write the list, when you're done and you have about 6 or 10 of them, I want you to take a moment and breathe and start reading those and see how actually resilient you are. And this is called evidence-based way of connecting and resourcing with ourselves. So it's very different than telling yourself that you are resilient as a positive affirmation, because it's not evidence-based. So the importance here is that your body starts to recognize the truth that you are this resilient person. So the dynamic now will begin to change, meaning that the next time you come to react, what you want to nurture in yourself is this ability to resource yourself. So meaning the pause can become shorter and shorter over time, and you can become more aware as you ask for a pause. It might just be that now you take a deep breath, and now you just think of 1 or 2 or 3 of those resilient moments that were part of this inventory that you made, and you realize that you do possess this resilience, and then you simply tap into this resilience in the moment and ask yourself, how is this resilient person want to respond right now? And you'll be amazed at the changes that starts happening.